Sorry. I'm proposing to start, so other will come and join us. It's okay. So first of all, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining this evening and sharing your time with us today. My name is Alessia, and I'm actually from Ukraine, and here based like in Madrid already for years. Here we have a community. It's not only for Ukrainian. I'm connecting like local ecosystem, Spanish and Ukrainian. So it's Madrid Digital Network, and already doing this for years. It will be in July, and I'm actually also business development, sales in IT. When I decided to talk about this go-to-market strategy, because like last years, and not like last years, but overall during my career, and these years I've been faced with many startups, and all help companies to with go-to-market strategy, and help startups to build their vision, to help with sales strategy, etc. And many people started to ask me how you found it, or how we can how clients can find us, or how we can enter new markets, etc. So yeah, today in nowadays, like in AI, this environment is good to have understanding how to use it, how to combine it. And another my project is basically new one. It's AI Copilot for solo founders, for expats, or like whatever who can join actually, but this is one AI Copilot that should help people to build their go-to-market strategy. But this is not a usual ChatGPT bot, etc. It's based on my experience, so I train it and continue training. So anyone could join in. It's like have some subscription model. It's have a free option, but like depends what you choose. You can see what it can like provide, how you can use it actually. But it's this platform, I will tell you later. It's not only about AI Copilot. It's also about community, learning hub, etc. But yeah, I propose to start moving to our presentation. Just a second. Yeah, so I already told you about myself. So founder of Madrid Digital Network Community, from EG, and 11 plus years in IT and sales, like business development manager. And what we are going to do today actually here. So first of all, we try to define your ICP. You know what is the ICP, yes? Okay, ideal customer profile. Also, we will try to nail your message and try to help you pick one channel, or at least like figure out what's the best option for you to move forward with. And we will have practice exercises. Also, you will learn with a real answer to each, not like only theory, but not only even frameworks, but you will try to do it by yourself for your own product, for your own startup, and by your words. First of all, before we move into our presentation parts, so I'd like to ask you some questions. Tell me please, where are you right now? At what stages? Like idea stage, building MVP, pre-launch, or already launched a product? Could you share some words? And you can introduce actually, yeah, yourself.
Idea stage, I would say. I'm kind of in a weird situation because I work for a translation company, and with AI, things are changing a lot. So we're starting with a new brand, and I have 3 CEOs because of the recent merge. And so we're trying to offer a bunch of new things under a new brand, but I don't think that they're very familiar with go-to-market strategy. So I'm, on the one hand, thinking about what my company is doing so that I can give some tips to my bosses. But on the other hand, I'm also considering at one point becoming a solopreneur and doing my own thing. So
Nice. Thank you for sharing. Sorry, what is your name?
Thomas.
Thomas, nice to meet you, and thanks for sharing. Like, yeah, I hope it will be useful for you. And Valentina, are you have an idea or building something?
Actually, I have been working for sales for a lot of years as well. Now I am a SEO, Search Engine Optimization Manager, and I'm thinking about my own business as well. I have some ideas, so I can say that I am on idea stage.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Actually, I want to add that since my last year in
Mhm.
sales, things have been changed a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm curious how it works right now.
Exactly, yeah. There's a lot of changes, like even not from the last year, you know, sometimes from the last week or day. So yeah, totally agree with you. Great, thanks for sharing. And another question, have you tried go to market already? Maybe you will, like Thomas shared some, like,
I don't know if we've done it officially. We've tried launching new products, but it wasn't very successful.
mm-hmm,
So I don't think that we've been doing it the right way.
mm-hmm. Okay, good. Valentina, okay,
Um,
what you
I
tried?
was working on scale and more
Okay.
than launch.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, and the last one. What's your number one GTM challenge right now? Like based on this list. Finding first customers, nailing your message, positioning, choosing the right channel, pricing, how to charge, what to charge, and maybe you have no time and you already shared, don't know where to start, yes, but what else it can be? It's about pricing, it's about positioning, or
I think what we're struggling with the most is determining product market fit, because we might have the greatest idea ever, but if we don't find people who have that problem that we can solve, then we can have the best messaging in the world, the right channel, the right price. So I would say finding first
mm-hmm.
customers.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and we will cover this also later, Valentina.
My challenge is actually nailing my message and
Mm-hmm.
position.
Okay, great. We will cover this as well. So thank you for sharing, and we are moving forward. First of all, I'd like to share what is a go-to-market on my opinion as well, not just basic some description. So go-to-market is about research, but also about creativity. So this is based my experience. The best, like after you do your best research, you need to start analyzing, and then comes third, yeah, creativity. How you can like position, how you can be like different from your competitors. So I like this part to go to market because it's a really creative one. So yeah, and what is go to market strategy? In simple terms, it's like an action plan that specifies how a company will bring a new product or service to market and reach its target customers. So it's not only about business plan, but no about pitch deck, it's like an action plan. I like this meme. So just imagine if it was just simple. You take your money and go to grocery to buy any product, or just put your product and anyone can buy this one from you. But unfortunately, it's not about that. You're trying to reach customers as soon as possible, but unfortunately, it's not that easy. That may seems and takes a long way. So why it matters? What the purpose actually of the go-to-market strategy? So of course it's target the right customers. So you should identify exactly who your products is for. So every action reaches people like to buy, but not all the people. Like you need to understand who are your customers. Communicate clear value. So if you can't tell like what is your service or product about, for example, in one sentence, it won't, like your competitors will win. So define your message so customers instantly understand what you do and why it's better than other alternatives. Choose the right channels. So focus your limited time and budget on where your customers actually are, not everyone at once. And last one, launch with confidence. So it's very specifically start, and it's your first time. Of course, it's very like you're very nervous in, but it shouldn't like disturb you from your main goal. You can start ugly. I like this like message. In order to see what really works and what doesn't work. So yeah. So for startups, go-to-market provides focus and clarity. It helps answer 3 key questions. Why are we launching this product? Who is it for? And how we will get it in front of them. If you can't answer these 3 clearly, for yourself even, that's what we will try to fix it today. So it's more about than marketing. Usually, like of course, if you're working in a very big company, enterprise company, you may have your colleagues from marketing department, but when you're working by yourself on your own for your project, or like with your small team, it's it's hard to find a budget to cover everyone like every specialist, including marketing, sales, customer success, and product teams. That's why we are talking. That's why we are actually here today. And yeah, so based on my experience, I worked with different teams, starting from startups and bigger companies, but like collaborating with marketing department. But still, you need to understand, if you work in the sales, you should be aware of some marketing trends, etc. So you can make assumptions what can works or doesn't. So it should help you as well. And yeah, if you're working on it by yourself, it just will help you. So an effective go-to-market strategy helps you find this clarity about the product's purpose, what problem it solves, and why it exists. The target audience, the plan to engage customers, which channels, message, and moments to use, and how to convince them to buy. Like the real value proposition that turns interest into actions. So if you're thinking that go-to-market strategy only for the startups or brand new launches, I can not agree with you, because go-to-market actually can be for everyone, because like whether this existing company entering a new market, for example, new country, new segment, new use case, new industry, or repositioning on existing product with their existing product, like same product, different messages and audience, and relaunching your brand. So in any of these stages, go-to-market is something that you need to start first with. So, for example, I have a great product, and why customers just came to me, yes? So in reality, even a great product needs a smart go-to-market. This is what I just told you. So the reason one from so for example, speed to market and competitive edge. A clear go-to-market plan lets you move fast and very intentionally. You know your target message and your channel. The second reason why I need this: owning your message and value proposition. So you just foreseen your go-to-market strategy to get specific. Who are you talking to? What they care about? Like listen, yeah, what they care about, and why your solution is the right one, and just to escape this vague messaging in order not to lose the deals. Of course, it's about efficient use of limited resources and mitigating launch risk. So, for example, 42% of startups failed due to a lack of market need, basically building something nobody really wanted. It's just kind of small statistics. So we are moving to our first part from the presentation. We are going to talk about the market. Who exactly is your customer? So we'll try to define your ideal customer profile, and then we will move to the next part. So I already prepared some examples to you, but before we will move, I want to ask, what do you think, how you define ICP? Yes, maybe you already tried something, but could you tell me in your thoughts what it should contain, Thomas?
The demographic, their role, and then maybe kind of the issue that they're having, the psychographic, the problem that they might have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Valentina, what else?
Sure, I know what ICP.
Ideal customer profile. This is what we, before we will move forward, I asking you, but yeah, we will try to, I will help you to define it.
I think actually I agree with Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
so I can add that customer profile should contain everything that we know, like age, gender, nationality, marriage status, etc., 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 like hobby, that will help us.
Yeah, that works, but it's not the main point, because like we will try to focus on more deeper insights, because it's very this is right, but it's more general than it could be. That's why I try to, before you will do it by yourself, I prepared some examples so you can understand how to dive deeper into your ideal customer profile, how to make the research. So we'll start from some Alex. I don't know Alex. It just like imagine friend. So Alex, solar tech founder. He tried to build a B2B SaaS project and relocated to Spain 1 year ago. So company, solo of or two-person early stage startup, revenue to 2K euros MRR. It's monthly revenue, monthly recurring revenue. So it's how many they receive per month from those subscribers. And B2B digital product or service. So it's not only about demographics, age, status. First of all, they try to understand what their company, what their potential ideal customer profile, a candidate company, who are they? We can start from company, for example, but also we can dive deeper into each profile separately. But in this case, it's like Solotech founder, maybe it's easier to start here from the company. So is it clear here how to do it? Yeah, okay. So then what we also can define here, struggles. What their potential ideal customer has struggles or faced with kind of struggles. So, for example, no local network in Spain. Actually, this is how I started building Madrid digital community. So, unclear who the first customer is, and doesn't know which channel to use, and also building instead of selling. So, these customers potential has this problem. And oh, it's very screen. Okay, so the goal, what they want to achieve. Alex want to get 10 paying users, customers in the next 90 days without marketing budget. So every solo founder do not have like a lot of money to find additional team members. So, but anyway, we need to set up the goal in order we can see the way how we can move forward to our future more revenue, but we need to start something from. So this is specific enough to act on, but before you will write, I will share with you, I prepared this and will share with you pen. Thomas, yeah, I will give you pen. Don't write for now anything. We will try to dive deeper in some other profiles. So the next example, Sophia. Also, I don't know this girl. So she is sales enablement consultant. Wants to sell in B2B sales consulting and outreach services and do some freelance job. So, for example, she needs to start to understand who is your ideal client. ICP, yes, ideal customer profile contains all the things: ideal client, pain points, and buyer profile. So, ideal client is B2B SaaS startup, 2 till 15 people, and big expectation of their salary. It's like from 0 to 100k ARR. It's annual revenue, recovering revenue. Previous slide you saw monthly, but this time we are focusing on annual revenue. Has a project but no structured sales processes. And paid points their potential ideal customer profile could have. Founder is doing all the selling, no repeatable outreach processes, and deals stall or long sales cycles, no time to build a pipeline. And buyer persona is, for example, the founder, CEO, or if exists head of sales, VP of sales. It because can depend on what kind of size of company. For example, if the small one, like smaller or average, she could try to reach out to a CEO. If it's like enterprise company, but potentially they won't needed her, but I just trying to explain how it works. So in smaller startup companies, you can reach CEO more faster than a bigger company. That's why buyer persona can be founder, CEO. And also you can try head of sales and VP of sales, or like CTO, like depends on the company. And the last one, e-commerce brand. This is similar also about company profile, pain points, and buyer. You can have a minute and try to write your ideal customer profile. If you need to switch to another slide, let me know. Try to do that. Okay, so our guests are ready with their ICPs. So I propose to read something you like. Would you like some part of that? So Thomas, please.
Okay. This is an idea that I put forward to my CEOs, and we'll see where it goes. My ideal customer is a CMO or CGO, so Chief Growth Officer,
Mm-hmm.
at a growth stage B2B Spanish services company with 25 to 100 employees who struggles with go-to-market or expansion
Mm-hmm.
into France because it's a French-based
Mm-hmm.
company, and so we're familiar with the market there. Their problems are that they're unfamiliar with the French market, maybe they don't speak French, and they're unfamiliar with localization best practices and local regulatory compliance requirements.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. What do you think? What other pain points can be here?
Mm-hmm.
What other? Some, yeah.
Maybe they are also, maybe they have pressure to grow because of competition brought on by AI. So they're feeling pressure to create organic growth
Mm-hmm.
beyond just the Spanish market.
Yeah, so they struggle maybe also with local community where they can share like knowledge or find like French speaking or English speaking, depends what you're looking for. Just not sure, do not have a lot of information about your company. But yeah, that's good. That's good answer. You can still think at home and analyze more, but it's a good direction. Thanks for sharing, and Valentina.
I was thinking about this like SEO specialist manager and who is looking for some company for freelance projects. So I was thinking about solo entrepreneurs,
Mm-hmm.
small startups, or small online shops, probably local maybe. I think most of the revenue comes from the social media advertisement or something like this, and they are ready to scale in their business to
Mm-hmm.
go and to reach some customer from organic sales or
Mm-hmm.
from organic search or
Mm-hmm.
something like this without advertisement, without paying. I think it's like small companies about 1 to 10 persons, and they do not have a marketing department. Maybe they have a couple of people who work for social media and for the website or something like this. And maybe they need some consulting as well, how organic search works in general, something like
Yeah,
this.
that's great. Thanks for sharing. So you see, it's not only about demographic or age.
Yeah.
So now I hope you have a more clearance and better understanding, but you can still make your research on your own and to add more pain points because it will help you to understand better your customer. And also, my recommendation, you can use it for your content strategy for LinkedIn and other social media, because in such way customers will try to search maybe some kind of solution, and that's a good option to use it there as well. Great, thanks for sharing. So we are moving forward. So also, maybe you heard, maybe you don't, but I like these examples of big companies, how they use it. Why I'm focusing today specifically on ICP channel message, because I try to find and separate it, how exactly big companies got their first customers. So for example, Airbnb, if we are talking ICP, budget conscious travelers wanting to have authentic local stays. Channel, like it's the beginning, of course, what channels they could use. It was very hard. So it's cross-posted, they cross-posted on Craigslist. Have you heard about Craigslist? try to use it, as well as there's lots of different channels, but it's good point to start with. But it's an old one. Need to check what they're doing right now. So yeah, they cross-posted on Craigslist to reach existing demand, and their message was, live there, not rent a room. So why I like it? Because it's very simple and you can understand very clearly. So the first customers at that time, they looking expats or solopreneurs, etc. They were looking for live somewhere. So it's very simple, straightforward message to their customer. For example, we're moving to Slack. ICP tech teams drawing in a mail, channel word of mouth, so they just spread the word about their what they have, their channel community, and invited teammates directly. This is also how you can start from your journey of solopreneur, of founder, but you can use it still if you already exist in and very good established company, you can use it and have a feedback from your customer. This feedback you can reuse it to your social media or for the presentation, etc. So channel word of mouth, message, ML is broken for Teams. Yes, it was a time and now we all know that Slack is a very well-known platform and now many teams use it. Notion, you know it as well. So ICP power users, indie hackers, etc. Channel, it was product hunt plus online communities. Again, it's about communities because there are a lot of people and it's very simple to spread the word there. And message, the all-in-one workspace. That time it was working good. I don't know, nowadays it may be a bit like something very common, but that time it worked for them. So some other interesting stories about Cursor Superhuman. You can make research and dive deeper how they did it. It's very more modern, recent, let's go-to-market strategy that also was a good use case, let's say so. You can find information by Google or Claude, ChatGPT, just for your attention. We already defined your ideal customer profile, and to sum up this part, why ICP matters. So first of all, to narrow your ICP, the easiest is to find them. So when you narrow your ideal customer profile, you will be able to understand how quickly to reach out to them. Also, it's about specific problem, so a specific message and high conversion. You can always expand later. Start right now, as we just have done, yes, with you. You can continue work on that. And if your ICP is everyone, unfortunately, that's not the option. You will reach no one. Okay, great. We are moving to our second part of our masterclass message. So what problem do you solve and how to nail your message to the customer? But first of all, I would like to highlight this very interesting comparison, positioning with some messaging. So what the difference actually? Positioning, it's your internal strategy, how you choose to define your product's place in the market, considering your competitors or other alternatives. So for example, we are the only project management tool built specifically for remote first engineering teams. This is your foundation. It lives in your head and your docs. So you should have it everywhere. It's a basics. And what about messaging? It's your external expression, the actual words you use to communicate with your potential customers. For example, ship faster no more missed deadlines, build the way your team actually works. This is your website headline. You can use those such kind of messaging, like again on websites, on your LinkedIn pages, etc. It's also basic that you need to start first before moving to make outreach to your customers. So what is the role of positioning in your go-to-market strategy? First, it's about positioning defines context. Second, it's about messaging translated, and go-to-market amplifies both. I like, if you haven't heard about this woman, try to find on LinkedIn. She is the author of a great book, Obviously Awesome. And I like her, how she made this framework, positioning framework. For example, competitive alternatives, key unique attributes, value, customer they care, and market you win. So you can make a photo, or I can share it with you later, but actually you can find it on internet as well. Just do not forget about this framework. And most pitches fail for the same reason. Again, it's feature focused. Remember, do not do that feature focused messaging or position. Focus on outcome for result for your customer. So for example, feature focused. We use AI to automate multi-channel B2B outreach with real-time analytics. Tells them what it does, and they still don't know why they should care about it actually. But how sounds outcome? I help B2B founders book 5 sales calls a week without spending money on ads. Why it sounds as an outcome? Because there's number. Remember, when you want to sell your customers outcome, some results, you need to share their numbers. What you maybe did for your consultant job or your previous job, or your maybe you already have your traction as an early stage startup, so you need to share the result, what you already have. And yeah, there is a formula, you can use it. So I help ICP to outcome by unique method. This becomes your LinkedIn headline, cold email opener. Of course, for cold email opener, you can, like, depends on what industry and clients you try to reach out. You can change it every time, try to play with it, and actually just track the results. As sales manager, we usually track our results. Like, we have KPIs, we know how many emails are open, etc. So just try to measure your results. And here's another exercise. Actually, you have your on your previous part, second page maybe, if I remember. So try to do your one sentence speech. Again, this is, you try to use this formula. I help. What kind of profile you help? Use here ICP with what kind of outcome results, and by how you did it. Try to do it in one sentence. So you have some minutes. You will share later with me. Okay, you can share. Who wants to start first?
We help Spanish B2B companies get their first paying customers in France within 30 days without hiring or setting up a local entity.
And does that customer previously had, like maybe has some revenue improvement? And like, do you know about that or no?
If the customer has revenue improvement,
Yeah, for example, with your service, they gain more custom. Like, imagine, I don't know again what's your company doing exactly. Just to try to help you put more numbers, details. Yes, so it's about maybe they reached more audience. I don't know, with your services or sold more product.
okay.
Yeah, have you thought about that?
So
Do you have such information?
not yet since it's a new idea.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, increase.
It can be even in percentage, but sometimes you need to show the proof, but you can ask them. You have already your previous customers, of course you can talk and try to understand what they're struggling with in this moment, how you help them previously, how it was useful for them. So yeah, just an idea you can think about. Yeah, Valentina.
My message is I help small online product companies to get new buyers from optimizing their websites for Google search engine.
And again, where is data? It can be percentage, how many percentage they appeared in the search after your consultants, for example. You know, you can think about, but and road, maybe you also can talk to your customer and see whether it was useful in terms of numbers. If they can share it, also can be useful. Because again, don't forget to show the numbers. It's very, it's something that makes credibility for your future customers, something you can make and still have at your portfolio. But yeah, thank you for sharing. We are moving forward to our last part, channel. Tell me please, what channels already you tried?
Right now, almost entirely LinkedIn and email.
Mm-hmm.
And phone, cold calling or calling existing
Okay.
customers.
I see. Valentina?
I wasn't looking
Okay. Mm-hmm. So this should be useful for you. Yes, LinkedIn is a good option as well as email. I will tell you why. So, what is channel in go-to-market strategy? Channel is the path between you and your customer. So it's like the medium through which your message try to reach them to the right person at the right moment. So for example, it could be LinkedIn for B2B outreach and content, for cold demand, as mentioned Thomas, for direct scalable reach. But email works well already when you have like some proof of your work, something that you can share useful information to your customer. The same also useful content should be applied to LinkedIn strategy. But for cold mails, if you don't have nothing to share, it really will be harder to start with it. Communities, you can join offline, online communities. Content, SEO, like search engine optimization, events and meetups. Face-to-face trust is also something that usually works well. Partnerships, try to build partnerships with your even previous colleagues, current company, try to do also organize some webinars, events, etc. Of course, try to ask your previous customer to share their feedback about you, again, on social media or specific platform. For example, many companies like T outsourcing and not only, but many of them use like Clutch and other platforms where they can put their ratings and feedbacks from the clients. And of course paid ads, but I'm not recommending this one at like your early stages, because like of the budget, of course you do not have like evidence to prove something to your customer, but just will fire your money, and that's all. And at what stage do you start analyzing channels? So when it's too early, picking a channel before you know your ICP or message. That's why we today started with ideal customer profile and try to nail your message. Before that, I'm not recommend to do that. You end up posting into the void, no signals, no feedback. For example, I just post on LinkedIn and see what happens. Unfortunately, it won't work. Right time, when it could be, for example, after you have a clear ICP and one sentence speech. You already have prepared your content, so you like some proof of your work, etc. So this is the right time. Channel choice flows naturally here, so you go where they are. For example, you already understand your ICP, and okay, I see that my ICP potentially could be more active on LinkedIn. Like, again, depends on your profile. Some better answering by emails, but like it very depends. And when it's too spread, when you're trying to use 5 channels at one time with shallow effort, you never build such trust, and you will just like lose your time using several channels at the same time. And yes, you can do it later, on a later stage, when you have already built something on 1 or 2 channels that works. And there is a lot of tools right now that could help you make automatization of your messages, etc., posts. So a bit later stage, not at the beginning. It will be very complicated for you, and not sure about the results as well. So here's the rule. Channel selection is a deduction, not a guess. ICP, where do they hang out? You need to understand that. So that's where you channel. And again, here's channels by segments. For example, channels can be divided into owned. What is owned channels? Channels you can control completely. For example, email, newsletter, your blog, SEO optimization, your community, LinkedIn profile. Yeah, it's need to mention that it's slow to build. There is Rust and it's required time, but still it's something that you can start first. Channel, next segment, earned. For example, channels built on trust and reputation. So after you do first part, you used first channels, you can move to the earned. So you have already feedback from your clients, some reputation, some earned money, so you have more confidence to go and to move forward. Use word of mouth and referrals, press, podcasts, community mentions, and of course product hunt or similar platforms. And here best return on investments, but hardest to manufacture this. Earned by doing great work. It's required time. And the last one, paid. Paid channels you buy access to, for example, LinkedIn Premium or LinkedIn Ads, Google Ads, SEO optimization, sponsorships, and yeah, it also can be cold outreach because you use many paid tools that can help you spread out the word about your product. And also another angle where I'm talking about today about these 3 specific segments, about market, ICP, and channel, because when you understand that, you will be able to see better picture and try to use another angle. That's my recommendation as well. Try to use another angle, channel by go-to-market motion. Outbound led, you go to them. For example, you initiate every interaction, fast to test, easy to control, but doesn't scale without more people. Inbound led, you know what is inbound? When it something comes to your website, yeah. So content, how you can do that? Content, SEO optimization, community, communication, interactions, etc. Yeah, it's again slow to build, but still need to take attention to. Product-led or PLG is something that goes by product, not only by salesperson. So product can sell itself. A free tier, viral loop, or shareable output brings users into your customers. So your product is actually a channel. And the last one is community-led, only community-led. It's not like we are talking about inbound, but strategically community-led. So your members brings your members. For example, Thomas can do with your company a separate community based on your clients. You can start sharing some free content, etc. It can be again just some group on LinkedIn. You can decide it, or extra, but I do not recommend it the first time. So you can better to do it for free for your existing customers, so you can bring and receive more customers, and that's how it should work. So you build a community around shared problem. You gain trust and grows naturally. Again, you can start with LinkedIn, Slack, Discord, meetups, events, and like built in public. When, for example, you're a solopreneur, expat, founder, etc., just starting, you can create a content around that. Actually, for example, built in public. I want to share something that you already, for example, have some landing page, etc. You can start sharing more information about your product on LinkedIn. This is called built in public. You share your gains, problems, wins, etc. Usually people like this kind of content, so try to use it as well. And yes, most of solo founders start outbound plus community-led because it's low cost, high signal, and builds trust. So this is what recommended. Yes, there is also, I describe in more details how each channel actually works, but due to the time I won't be specifically focusing on this. You can make a screenshot, or I can share with your presentation. Yeah, just pick your one channel first. For most B2B solo founders, I recommend to start here from LinkedIn, niche community event, and cold email. And also like mistakes, because on mistakes we are growing, so I try to separate and find out some common mistakes that usually happens to young founders, solo founders, etc. So, for example, building before validating, also ICP for everyone, and what else? Tracking emails, launching very fast or launching very slowly because you have some assumptions that it won't work, but you need to try to test it as soon as possible. I love this. Again, start and launch ugly. So the faster you go, the better you and early you will have feedback. And messaging the wrong things. We already talked about messaging, so also first on that, that's very important. And yeah, your 30 days GTM sprint is to talk to your 10 people who match your ICP, but do not pitch, just listening. Write your one sentence pitch and test in 5 real conversations. Week 3, show up every day on your one channel, make posts, comments, reach out. And week 4, try to close 3 customers, for example, to help them with free trial of usage your products, etc.
What is LOI?
It's like some document that potentially they could buy your product. It's like an agreement. It's, for example, this kind of law doing also between the companies and employees. I forget about L, but this kind of document, yeah, that they like make their sign that will try or buy your product. And in the end, just a bit about this FrameIT project, how it helps to execute. So, as I mentioned earlier, it's AI Copilot, it's Learning Hub, Specialist, Founder Community, live webinars, and weekly recommendations. Also, there is inside the platform for now, there will be specialists that you can actually book a session with whenever you need, just with a discount, because you're already our client, you're already partner, and you use our service, and that's where we make like some discount in order to help you build business, and for our partners also that could be useful. We already have in our pipeline good specialists from marketing, sales, and some from even big companies. And yeah, we will continue joining and inviting those specialists. Yeah, so this is very shortly. And in the end, some other recommendation, what kind of companies people recommend to follow. Lovable, I guess, so Elena Verna, she sharing blueprint for community-led AI growth. Also seen Alice, hacking growth. Coin growth hacking created the simplest benefit test question ever. How would you feel if you could no longer use this product? This is a good question. You can also ask yourself, just imagine that you are your customer, and how you actually will live without this product. Just imagine. And the last one is Paul Graham, Y Combinator. I guess you also know them. So yeah, follow these three people. There is a lot of recommendations, webinars, YouTube channels, etc. We do not have a lot of time to talk, so just make some. And yeah, also my another recommendation, Cloud Playbook for founders. Even if you do not have paid subscription, you can still use check their playbook. They have a lot of information how to use the cloud, or for startups or companies. For example, ICP research, pitch writing, cold outreach, competitor analysis, content ideas, and even 30-day GTM plan. Yeah, so that's all. I hope that it was useful for you. If you have any questions with still some time, feel free to ask. And this is if you want to try free trial of our platform, you can scan it, or just you can scan and try to understand what is it. It's called FrameIT. So yeah, and yeah, in case you want to join us, there is a certain discount for our first 200 subscribers, but we will do some other bonuses for our newcomers and some more interesting live webinars, etc. So yeah, thank you for coming, and hope you have great time and really good, like, useful information. Thank you.